Welcome to Module 4. Today, we are focusing on international business strategy. Think of this strategy as your roadmap for cross-border expansion. It is essential because it defines how a company navigates the complexities of operating in multiple countries, giving us both direction and competitive advantage. We are going to cover the distinction between international and global approaches, how to optimize supply chains through digital networks, and the nuances of offshoring versus global sourcing. Finally, we will look at real-world applications using Toyota as a case study and examine the macro-environmental forces that influence these decisions. Before we start building a strategy, we need to distinguish between international and global strategies. An international strategy focuses on expanding business operations across borders while adapting to local markets. In contrast, a global strategy prioritizes standardization and economies of scale by implementing uniform business practices globally. Clarity here is key, because the key difference is that an international strategy emphasizes adapting to local markets, while a global strategy focuses on standardization and efficiency across all markets. Essentially, these concepts act as the foundation for how you position your brand worldwide. So, how do we make these strategies work together? We view them as having a complementary nature. While distinct, they work together to achieve goals like market penetration and localization, alongside brand consistency and adaptation. By balancing these, companies can achieve efficiency and responsiveness while improving risk management. This approach also fosters innovation and cross-pollination, allowing ideas from one region to improve operations in another. Now, let's look at the structure of resource acquisition involving offshoring, global sourcing, and production choices. Offshoring is defined as moving business operations to another country, often specifically for cost savings. Global sourcing is finding the best global suppliers for goods or services. The distinction is important because offshoring is a type of global sourcing that focused on location, whereas global sourcing is broader, about finding the best resources worldwide, regardless of location. Understanding the pros and cons of each is vital for operational success. As we move through the module, we rely on managing and optimizing global supply chains. We are seeing a shift in how these function. Traditional supply chains utilize linear operations, manual processes, and limited real-time data. However, modern digital supply networks rely on their dynamic, interconnected nature and reliance on digital technologies for real-time data analytics and decision-making. This shift allows for greater agility in a fast-paced market. To see this in action, let's look at Toyota. They utilize an innovative production strategy by implementing the Toyota Production System, TPS. In terms of logistics, they pioneered the just-in-time JET inventory system, which serves as a counterpoint to traditional just-in-case models. Toyota also demonstrates adaptability to local markets by designing and manufacturing vehicles tailored to regional preferences. Their strategic global expansion involves selecting manufacturing locations and building strong local partnerships. Furthermore, they show a commitment to innovation and sustainability by investing in sustainable automotive technologies, such as hybrid and electric vehicles, aligning with global environmental trends and consumer preferences. Finally, we visualize the environment using the macro-environmental influences framework. Just as a project has stakeholders, international business is surrounded by a macro environment including interest rates, exchange rates, technology, culture, and government factors. Inside this is the micro environment, competitors, customers, and suppliers, which directly surrounds the firm's internal environment. We have to monitor these layers closely because changes in the macro environment can ripple through to the firm's internal operations. To wrap up Module 4, remember that international business strategy is more than just selling abroad. It is about choosing the right balance between local adaptation and global standardization. By combining the techniques we discussed, leveraging global sourcing, transitioning to digital supply networks, and learning from leaders like Toyota, you can build a strategy that is both resilient and efficient. However, keep in mind that the global market is never static. As macro-environmental influences shift and technology evolves, you must regularly review and adjust your strategy to stay on track. Mastering these concepts gives you the control you need to turn global complexity into a successful delivery. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next module.